Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode I'm going to be recapping the Gladiators Celebrity Special, which was released on the 1st of January 2025. So as I mentioned yesterday's episode, this is the first episode of 2025 content, which, bear in mind, we're probably in some point of February. Last time I looked, we were in February, but I've written a lot of episodes and recorded some since then, so I don't exactly know when. But I don't want to work out just so I can mention it in the episode, so I kind of have a rough idea, like if it's Easter or a date or something. I do want to kind of mention it, so if I kind of know when this episode should be around releasing, it's not going to be exact, but yeah, so that's it. But as I mentioned yesterday, there was no trailer, but as I also mentioned, there will be a trailer at the end of this episode from what I'm covering, and it's something I did an episode from season 1 of this ages and ages and ages ago. It was about a year ago. But yeah, I did that. And I hope you enjoy. So I'll be doing all 12 episodes of the season, but similar to what happened with What If, I suppose, because the episodes are broadcast Wednesday to Friday, so they're quite close together. It's obviously not going to be 3 consecutive episodes because there's other stuff that I want to do, so they will be quite close together, but not that close. So if there's a gap, it will be filled by it eventually, but just bear with me because it's the Everything Podcast, and when I was doing like one show, I was kind of like, well, this doesn't really symbolise the podcast and what I made it for, because otherwise I would have been more specific, and I just wanted to not put myself in a corner. So without further ado, here's my recap of the Gladiators Celebrity Special. We start off with the title sequence. Bradley and Barney are introduced. Bradley and Barney introduce the show. Rob is introduced. Joel is introduced. Joel calls out Rob. Rob introduces himself to the audience. Rob reveals his gladiator name. Joel introduces himself to the audience. Joel reveals why he chose to appear on this episode. Joel mentions being a huge fan of Gladiators. Joel reveals his gladiator name. Bradley and Barney introduce Collision. The rules of Collision are explained. The male gladiators participating in Collision are unveiled. Rob plays Collision. Rob scores 4 points. Barney interviews Rob, Bionic and Steel. Rob mentions the Matrix. Joel plays Collision. Joel scores 8 points. Bradley introduces Joel and Bionic. Louise is introduced. Louise mentions Jewel. Ellie is introduced. Ellie mentions Powerball. Ellie introduces herself to the audience. Ellie explains why she chose to appear on this episode. Ellie mentions Jet. Louise introduces herself to the audience. Barney mentions BBC Breakfast. Louise describes her newfound love of participating in triathlons. Ellie plays Collision. The female gladiators participating in Collision are unveiled. Ellie scores 6 points. Barney interviews Ellie. Louise plays Collision. Louise scores 8 points. Barney interviews Louise and Sabre. Louise falls over. The gladiators help Louise. Bradley and Barney introduce Jewel. The rules of Jewel are explained. Rob plays Jewel. The gladiators participating in Jewel are unveiled. Rob scores 0 points. Bradley introduces Rob. Interviews even. I don't know why I said that. Bradley interviews Rob. Rob insults Legend. Rob mentions Giant. Legend insults Rob. Legend gives Rob a broom. Joel plays Joel. Joel scores 0 points. Barney interviews Joel. Ellie plays Joel. Ellie scores 5 points. Barney interviews Ellie and Dynamite. Louise plays Joel. Louise scores 5 points. Bradley interviews Louise and Fire. Bradley and Barney introduce Gauntlet. The rules for Gauntlet are explained. Rob plays Gauntlet. The Gladiators participating in Gauntlet are unveiled. Rob scores 10 points. Barney interviews Rob and Phantom. Joel plays Gauntlet. Joel scores 0 points. Bradley interviews Joel and Viper. Ellie plays Gauntlet. Ellie scores 8 points. Barney interviews Ellie and Diamond. Diamond picks up Ellie. Louise plays Gauntlet. Louise scores 6 points. Bradley interviews Louise and Athena. The rules of Powerball are explained. The Gladiators participating in Powerball are unveiled. Rob and Joel play Powerball. Bradley interviews Rob and Joel. Rob scores 2 points. Joel scores 3 points. Barney interviews Steel and Bionic. Rob and Joel attempt to pick up the Gladiators. The Gladiators chase Rob, Joel, Bradley and Barney. Ellie and Louise play Powerball. Ellie scores 2 points. Louise scores 6 points. Bradley and Barney introduce the Eliminator. The rules of the Eliminator are explained. Rob and Joel compete in the Eliminator. Joel wins. Bradley and Barney interview Rob and Joel. Joel receives his trophy. Ellie and Louise compete in the Eliminator. Mark helps Louise. Ellie wins. Bradley and Barney interview Ellie and Louise. Ellie receives her trophy and a preview of the next series of show. And I should also mention that I will be recapping all the episodes. I think if it goes by how many episodes are in season 1, 11, then I'll review all 11 episodes, or however many episodes there are of Gladiators season 2, which is out. I said I'm recording this on the 12th of January 2025. Its first episode is coming out on the 18th of January 2025, so that gives you a time frame. So it will be coming, but it'll be a long way on the list, as this is number I've got like a couple of weeks of episodes ready to record. Excuse me. That's kind of the advantage. So kind of there will never be a situation where because I know ages and ages ago where there's only been one where there was that week gap, which was because I hadn't written or recorded any episodes. So that was that problem. But it's never going to be writing the episodes. That's never going to be the problem. It's going to be if I'm able to record the episodes. That's going to kind of be where that kind of turns up. But let me know what you thought of the Gladiators Celebrity Special. I've kind of skipped ahead. Oh, that was my recap of the Gladiators Celebrity Special. That was meant, so I jumped ahead. But on tomorrow's episode, I kind of teased it a little bit, but I will be recapping Season 3, Episode 1 of the UK version of The Traitors. Now, similar to what was the What If, that was, there is no episode trailer, so it's going to be the same episode 12 times. Same trailer. So without further ado, here is The Traitors UK Season 3 trailer.
New year. A chance to decide who you're going to be. Kinder. More honest. Or a cunning game player who will deceive their way to the top. Hello! Team Traitor.
We've tasted blood for the first time.
Or Team Faithful.
We need to find the traitor.
New year. Whole new game.
That was the trailer for the Traitors UK series. So you might think, Ben, why you mentioned in the UK? Because there's loads of other versions. No, I won't be recapping those other versions because I think that would get really complicated. I have access to them, so I could if I wanted to, but I just kind of think I'm going to focus on primarily the one that I'll be, so it's where I am, so that's the UK one. But if you want me to recap any of the other versions, so I think there's a US version, an America version, a US version is what I meant. So US version, Australia and New Zealand, and 3 other versions that I think are available. I think. So if you want me to do that, put those in the comments below as well. But back to this episode, let me know what you thought of the Gladiators Celebrity Special. If you watched it, my review, didn't you give me thoughts on both of those in the comments below. Along with anything else you want me to cover, such as any previews or recaps, put those in the comments below as well. And remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode where I'll be recapping The Traitors UK Season 3, Episode 1. Goodbye.